Bearcat Nation, what's going on? This is Justin Summers with the Front Office News. I'm here with,
Neil Meyer, the front office news.
and we're giving you your daily recap of Cincinnati Bearcats' big win over SMU. Final score of 48-14. It was a full-out game for the Bearcats today. They actually played a full game for the first time in what seemed like a couple of weeks. The Bearcats got off to a hot start. Desmond Ritter, from play number one, big strike to Tyler Scott, and I mean that's what they needed there to get up to an early start. Bearcats defense, shut down SMU's offense. They could not get anything going. Heading into the fourth quarter, Mordecai only had 34 passing yards for the whole game. I mean, that's just an amazing stat in general. This offense, SMU came in averaging almost 500 yards a game. And for them to only put up the 130-something yards that they had for this game, it just shows how great this defense is. Neil, what did you all see out there today?
I saw a lot today. Honestly, everyone knows that today was senior day, so the Bearcats honored all 33 seniors of them. And this senior class is an incredible senior class. As many of people know, they came in with Coach Fick back in 2018 or 2017. Coach Fick, his first season, they went 4-8. And now just to see all those guys stick around and build this team to what they are today, it's truly incredible. And outside of that, Desmond Ritter had a fantastic day. 3 touchdowns in the air, including a 53-yard strike to Tyler Scott to open the game. Then he had 2 touchdowns to his guy Alec Pierce. I think they were the same play, if we're being honest. Same play, same spot, back corner of the end zone. And then he also had on a 4th and 1, he had the 40-yard touchdown run. Honestly, almost slipped it, fell down, and then he busted loose for the touchdown. I think the big key that really struck the game was the Cincinnati style of the famous Philly special, and Jordan Jones tossed Desmond Ritter for his first career touchdown catch of his amazing Bearcat career. So I think that was great, but honestly the defense is what really stood out tonight. This offense, SMU offense, is dominant. They were putting up one of the top scoring offenses in all of college football. Tanner Mordecai is a top 10 quarterback in all of college football in passing yards, as he came in with 3,264 yards, and today he literally got held to 68. And that kind of shows like the testament of this Black Cat defense. And everyone saw it today. Joel DeBlanco, Deshaun Pace, all the guys had. Jawan Briggs played a big game. Curtis Brooks, Marcus Brown. This D-line really was making it hard for Mordecai to really get anything going, as he literally was defenders in his face all the time. Majay was back there very often with Curtis Brooks. Outside of that, the defense really stood out to me. Kobe Bryant had a big fumble early on, but this defense literally locked in and held Tanner Mordecai to 68 yards, which everyone who knows college football knows that's not something easily you can do. Justin, what did you see?
I'm going to hit on what you hit on, Neil. To start off the game with 6 3-and-outs, that was huge for this Bearcats defense. They got the momentum right away. Have you seen the last couple of weeks, these teams have just been running out the clock on the Bearcats. It seemed like it was forever drives. They would get 3-4-yard carries, run it, wait to the last second to hike the ball. They were running the clock out for these Bearcats. They couldn't get any momentum going. Today, Bearcats forced 3-and-outs on the first 6 drives, and all of a sudden it was, 28-0, just like that. It's just crazy that the Bearcats defense was able to hold the SMU offense, who, like Neil mentioned, just absolute dominant. There's a ton. Now, obviously, they were missing their top wide receiver in Gray. He's a big part of that offense. But overall, that team's still very good offensively. They make the plays that they need to put up the numbers that they put up. And so the Cincinnati Bearcats, holding them to under 200 yards overall in a game, that just shows just how great the defense played. And also, the special teams, let's talk about them. Will Huber is very underrated to this defense. He comes in on 3rd downs to go after the quarterback. But special teams, he got a block punt today, not full block, but he, was able to at least get it to enough to keep him, get Cincinnati some great field position, at the SMU 25, led to another Cincinnati touchdown drive. Just little things like that, really makes this team, overall the team that they are. So, and then like offense, guy like Trey Tucker, he had to step in for Michael Young today, with Michael Young being, on, injury. He was injured all day, so he couldn't really get in for, be the number one guy that he's been this season. So for Trey Tucker to step in and, catch 7 balls for 114 yards, I believe, and, just put up the numbers that he did, it just shows how much depth this team has. And then, guys like Neil mentioned, Tyler Scott had a big game today. 6 catches. I think he had 92 yards on the day, a touchdown. Big game for him. Alec Pierce did what Alec Pierce does. There's a reason why Desmond Ritter loves him so much. And just having Jerome Ford back, I think, was a very underrated part to this team, because Jerome Ford just makes this this offense just take it to a next level. And I think to have Jerome Ford back today just really helped the momentum of this team, the tempo, and just give Cincinnati that needed boost that they needed to, finish this game off.
As Justin mentioned, having Jerome Ford back was a big key to this game. Many people know him and Jake Renfro, who is our starting center, was out last week due to injury, but they both were good today. Both started. It was also nice seeing Brian Cook getting a start out there after leaving the USF game. So last week there was a lot of banged up players heading home from USF, but to see them all out there for senior day, it was a great sight to see, as this Black Cat defense really was just on fire. Having Jerome back, scored his 16th touchdown of the season. Having Jerome really opened up Desmond Ritter in the air today. Everyone knows Desmond went 17 for 23 for 274 yards with 5 total touchdowns. You couldn't have asked for a better senior day for what he's done for this program. And everyone now knows Desmond Ritter is now 42-5 as a college quarterback, which is the most active college football player in all of most winningest active college football player in all of the NCAA. So that's pretty special, unique, and it just kind of shows like the testament and the qualities he brings to this team and the kind of leader he is. So.
Oh yeah, I definitely want to hit just on one more thing. We don't talk enough about how much Desmond Ritter means to this program, means to this city. These Bearcat fans, like Neil said, they came in 2017. They were running a 4-8 program. They were struggling. They needed someone to step up. And Desmond Ritter coming into this program, going 42-5, like that's just amazing in general. And for him to put up the numbers that he put up today, I mean, I think the coolest way to go out, if this was the last home game for the Bearcats here at Nippert, which there is a possibility that they do come back here if they can beat ECU next week. They should be hosting the American Conference Championship game.
As long as they stay higher than Houston,
yeah,
the AC Championship game will be here at Nippert.
As long as they stay higher than Houston, the game will be here at Nippert. So it's still a possibility this wasn't his last game, but if it was, what a way to go out. I mean, the Philly special, we call it the Cincinnati special, Chili special. It doesn't matter what you call it. That was just, amazing to see Jordan Jones get the ball, a senior that, a guy who probably wants to be on the field more than what he is, but getting that opportunity to throw that touchdown to Desmond Ritter. I mean, Desmond, when we asked him about it in post-game, he had smiles. I don't think I've ever seen him smile as big as he did after talking about that touchdown. But speaking of post-game, we're going to have some interviews up on the website, so make sure to check out the front office news. We're going to have interviews with Will Huber, Curtis Brooks, Coach Fickle, and Desmond Ritter, and Trey Tucker. Thank you, Neil. But yeah, and then we'll also have the recap. Neil's working on that right now, and then I'll have the game balls up some point tomorrow. And like I said, Bearcats get a big dominant win over SMU. Bearcats are now 11-0, hopefully going to 12-0 soon with ECU. And this is Justin Summers and Neil Meyer with the front office news. We're signing out.